today is rather the absence of birds in the sky and other wildlife in our forest, to actually, in the oceans, to actually send us very clear signals that we are not living sustainably. And in fact, the report is showing also, more broadly, that our footprint on the planet is increasing, continues to rise. That means that we are cutting trees faster than they can regrow. We are catching fish faster than they can reproduce. We are emitting more CO2 than oceans and forests can absorb. So we are on a total unsustainable path. We know that very clearly now. We are overshooting. We are living beyond the planetary boundaries, and we have to change the trend. And I would like to mention another dimension of poverty. Poverty is, in some regions, is considered a driver of environmental degradation, but much more often is actually a consequence of environmental degradation. And it's actually very true that there is no future, there is no map for true poverty alleviation if you do not really address environmental issues. So many people are depending directly on natural resources, and most of the time those communities are actually the poorest in the world, and so the security of their livelihood is very strongly connected to a healthy environment. And more broadly, there is not going to be a prosperous future for humanity in a degraded environment. I think a healthy, diverse, productive, and natural environment is key to any truly and sustainable development path. So the situation obviously is very serious, there is no doubt about that, and I think we should feel a strong sense of urgency because we have to really deal with these issues in the next few decades. On the other hand, I think sometimes you should stop worrying for a second and actually begin to celebrate a number of positive developments. The growth of awareness, the planet has never been more aware of the problems and the solutions. We've never been able to engage so many people across the world, all over the world, developing economies, emerging economies, around environmental issues. Particular sectors have shown incredible engagement, acceleration in engagement over the last couple of decades, particularly the private business sector. But what really excites me most is the booming of civil society engagement, again, across the whole world. And that's particularly the local level. Community-based, local NGOs, group of concerned citizens are really coming together and creating a new global movement that I think has the potential to turn things around and to exert the pressure and raise the demands for public good that we need to put in place. So first of all, humankind, I think, is a really reactive species. We need to feel the problems before we take action. And on the other hand, we are very bad at coordinating ourselves. We're very tribal, territorial, and we're facing global issues. And the interconnectivity and the linkages are huge across the planet. So we need to learn how to work together, how to connect, and how to plan together. So I think WWF, one of the critical contributions of WWF is really to act as a catalyst, as a convener, and help the three key sectors in the sustainability challenge, the public, the private, and civil society, to really come together, share almost a joint action plan, a joint vision for future Earth, and try to really develop impact at scale, change at a systemic level, and particularly develop a shared agenda where everybody wins at the end of the day. But we also work at the global level on market transformation, on the big issues of climate change, and engage with political fora and mechanisms that allow the world to come together and plan in a coordinated fashion. Climate Change Convention, the Convention on Biological Diversity, the critically important debate on Sustainable Development Goals. All these top-level mechanisms are actually always paralleled by ground-truthing our positions, by being rooted in the civil society on the ground. And I think this is a great contribution that WWF can offer to the overall sustainability challenge. We can't do this alone. We need to build partnerships, and we're already doing that, but we should be doing more and maybe daring even a little bit more. But we're facing a big challenge all together. We are all in this together, and I think it is winnable, it is necessary, and beyond all is a fantastic opportunity for this generation, not the previous, not the next one, but this generation, to turn the tide of unsustainable living into a future where people and nature live in harmony.